Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to TM Square's live session. I'm Neeraj, and we are connecting after a long time. That's a long break of 2 weeks. We did not connect due to some other commitments, which I posted earlier on my wall. And I think now we are back again to listen to your queries and respond to them, help you understand the context, and make you understand the concepts much better. So, welcome back to another live session of our channel where we look forward to respond to your queries, help you understand the concepts, and answer your questions altogether, whatsoever you might be interested in. And more than happy to respond to you, help you understand the concepts. So, feel free, whatever the question you may have, maybe related to software testing, maybe related to ISTQB certification, or a career path being a QA. How would be the journey of a QA in the corporate world? You can ask me anything about it. And I'll be more than happy waiting here to respond to your questions as soon as I have it on the chat box. So feel free, drop that on the chat box, and I'll be taking care of all your queries and responding to them with the best example, with the best detail, whatever possible. And meanwhile, in these 3 weeks, I think I'm over flooded with a lot of enormous updates that a lot of people have got certified recently. And they, in fact, mentioned a lot of comments over the channel. In fact, I could not reply to a lot of them, but I was busy monitoring all the chats at least in a while. And a lot of you also mentioned me on the LinkedIn. Thank you so much for that. So, congratulations to all of you once again. And very all the best for all your future endeavors. Thank you so much for those who mentioned it on the LinkedIn because it does make a awareness among other people that there is a best channel where you can actually learn about and understand the concepts from. So feel free, go ahead and ask your questions. We are beginning our day today, and that's after a week of like 3 weeks. This is 3 weeks running when we are conducting this session, and last 2 weeks we could not organize due to some commitments, which was having a background noise. Thus, I never wanted to have it on a live session with disturbance. So thought of like pushing it to when we finally have everything in place. So finally back again, and we are here. Looking forward to your queries, your responses, whatever it is. Just feel free and drop that comment below, and I'll be talking about it and responding to you all of this. So yeah, this is Saturday again, and we are connecting, and we will be coming up. In fact, I also promised you about the next playlist, which will be starting on our channel. And the number one thing is we got maximum number of votes for the ISTQB sample questions. We will be getting started this Monday. Just because we were having festive occasions, so could not pick it up over the weekend. But I was planning to start it from this Wednesday. But then I thought, let's complete this vacation. A lot of you are also off, so thought of like starting lovely Monday with all the tutorials. So we'll be having a lot of sample questions being discussed, starting with the official sample paper of ISTQB. This playlist will be completely about giving you the understanding of each and every question, because a lot of people do see the sample questions and their answers, but sometimes don't get the justification of it. And what's the best way to tackle such questions is the most important thing. And that is where I'll be helping you out to understand that what will be the best thing you can do in order to come up and understand how to tackle a particular examination question, and at the same time how to solve it. So a better justification gives you better confidence, and that's where, based on your voting, based on your responses, we have opted to go with ISTQB sample question papers discussion as our next playlist, which will be getting started this Monday for sure. I will be not delaying it any further. It's already been delayed for 3 weeks now. So I thought of starting it this Monday. Meanwhile, the very first message coming in from Lalit Sehgal saying, hello, sir. Hello, Lalit. And I'm preparing for foundation exam. Is the video session enough, or I need to follow anything else also? Please help. All right. The very first thing that if you're going through the tutorials, a lot of people have suggested that the videos were enough for them to pass. But again, everyone's mindset, everyone's understanding is slightly different from each other. So I would generally, I recommend people the video as well as the official syllabus copy, which you can find it on the istqb.org, okay, the official website of ISTQB. And there you download the foundation level syllabus, go through that parallelly as you go through the tutorials. So my recommendation would be the videos plus the syllabus copy. You have to go through these two things to be 100% sure about your pass, okay, during the examination. So Lalit, please look into that. And that should be more than enough to get certified with the examination. You don't need anything else, okay? So that should be fine for you to quickly go ahead and look into this. All right, Sarah says, hi, sir, long time no see. How are you? I'm doing fantastic, Sarah. How about you? Yes, I was a little busy with some of the commitments and could not make it up to all of you. And finally, I'm back again in my schedule. So we'll be in action right from today. So we begin with the live session today. And Monday onwards, you will have a new playlist coming into picture. So thank you so much for asking. And I hope you are doing also well. Yes, team, go ahead. If you got a question, feel free to let me know. I'm looking forward to respond to you as much as possible. And I must see a lot of questions coming up because we have been waiting for a few weeks to respond to your queries. And I may take some time to respond to all the chat messages in the comment box, one after the other, because my channel has a long waiting list of comments mentioned there. And I think I need to take a lot of time to respond to all of them. So, yes, I'll be responding to all of them, but it will take some time to respond every single one. Okay, I'm looking forward to more questions. So feel free, team. If you got a question, I'm here to respond to you. Looking forward to it. Go ahead. If you got a question, do not hesitate. All I need is your comment in this chat box to respond to you, help you understand the concepts, and answer your queries. That would be something which we really do as a part of this live session. And don't forget to drop a like, the thumbs up on this video. The reason is we want everyone in the world to know about that there's a live session where we answer your questions without any cost involved. So feel free to come back and ask your questions here. I should be more than happy to respond to you. So utilize this time when we connect for an hour time together, one to one, right, face to face, and look forward to respond to all your queries and help you understand the concept better. Make most out of this opportunity, and go ahead, drop your questions. I would be looking forward to your questions and responding to them. This is an 1 hour live session, and we just cater as many questions as possible, whatever we can entertain as part of this duration. Anyways, that's a festive season in India. So a lot of people are offline because they're busy celebrating it or busy with their long weekend as a vacation. So not most of the people are, I'm not sure if they will be available here today, but those who are available, I would be more than happy to respond to them. All right, the next one coming in from Munib. Munib says, hi, sir, trust you are well. Do you accommodate this session or advanced test analyst questions? Manip, I don't think I'll be getting into advanced level right now. The demand was for foundation level sample questions. I think we have a very, very high number of people who are taking up this examination these days. So we will be coming up to advanced once we finish with the foundation. So we won't be talking about test analyst question as a part of this playlist. So this playlist is exclusively for 3 mock papers, which you have officially on the website, and we'll be talking about each and every question in our tutorials and uploading them on the portal. So test analysis will take some time. Once we complete with the foundation, we'll again have a poll, and remember to vote for your option. And I would certainly pick up the test analyst questions or advanced level questions like test manager to talk about it. Yassine, go ahead. If you got a question with you, do not hesitate. Just drop that here. This session is all about answering your queries, whatsoever it may be. I'm more than happy to respond to every individual here who is having a concern, who is having a question, and respond to each one of them so that you get what you really want to have from this particular channel. And we want to give you the best service ever. So utilizing our time the best. Manib says, thank you. And Manib has also become a member of this channel right now. Thank you, Manib, for being a part of this. And Right, team. Just for your introduction, the name Munib is appearing in green because Munib is one of our members right now, and membership is a part of YouTube, and it's not mandatory thing. You do get some extra perks from the creator of this channel, like me. So if you want to be a member of this channel, you will have an additional hour of live discussion, but it will be a two-way conferencing of a Zoom call, and you will get some additional time to discuss a few things, whatever you want to utilize. So stay tuned for that. Generally on Friday, we connect for 1 hour, and you can look into that. Yes. Oh, sorry. The first name came in a different manner. This is okay. This is a different account which you're using, Manib, I think so. So yeah, he's already in red. He has been an existing member. I do remember his name. I was just wondering why it is showing in, um, green, and earlier it's shown in white. So that was something which was different. So thank you so much for reminding me, Manib. I do remember you from the previous sessions. I was just a little confused that why the first time when you mentioned a chat, your name was not there. And you're already a member of the channel for a long time, is what I see. Yeah, 2 months. So Munib has been a member and contributing to the channel for almost 2 months. And again, being a member of this channel, you just contribute to a cause where we use this money, the membership amount, to encourage an underprivileged kid to go for education. So we use it for sponsoring a child for their fees, school fees, and they take up the education. So more importantly, this amount which you pay is like 119 or something, which is completely utilized for that. So being a member, you're just thanking me, but you are also helping a kid being sponsored, and they you are encouraging the education of everyone. So all you need to do is right next to the subscribe button, you have a join button as well, and you can always look forward to the perks and be a part of this member. And it's not mandatory at all to get any benefits from me. It's completely optional. It's up to you if you really think that the channel has helped you a lot. So you can make most out of this and thank me in a way by being a member of it. Harika says, hi sir, I'm planning to switch my domain from support knowledge to testing domain. Does your videos are enough to prepare for clearing the ISTQB and interview as well? Need an advisor. Yeah, I was just answering this question, Harika, so I'm not sure if you joined a little late, but yes, the videos will be quite enough and easy for you to understand, no matter you come from a non-technical background, but all you need to do is you can certainly come back and look into the concepts, which will help you to pass the examination. And at the same time, it will also help you to prepare for your interviews. Because my discussions of the content is not one-way driven or like content driven. More of the time, you understand that how exactly things happen in realistic, right? In a real-time environment. So that adds a lot of value to your understanding, help you understand the concept, and bring you back with that understanding what you really need to crack an interview. So yes, the videos will be more than enough for you. Plus, I would still recommend you the official copy of the syllabus, which you can find on the website istqb.org, which is the official website of ISTQB, and that would help you to gain a deeper dive of everything what we discuss in our videos. So look for both the things, the videos as well as the official syllabus, but you don't need anything else beyond that. Once you're certified, you always understand everything. So you just have to hit the interviews to get a job there. All right. And all the very best. So Zaid says, sir, how many years of experience required to go for advanced level certification? Okay, so advanced level certification actually doesn't have a criteria. Anyone who has the understanding of the content, has the understanding of the kind of advanced level, can certainly take it up. So if you ask me, I took my test analyst when I was having a 3 years of experience, but officially speaking, generally I would recommend you to have at least 4 to 5 years of experience to hit the advanced level, which is test analyst. For test manager, I would recommend you 7 to 8 years, which would be more than enough for you to certify. But before that, the reason why I'm not recommending, of course, it contains concepts which really requires a real-time understanding of such things. Being a test analyst, 4 to 5 years of experience is more than enough for you to understand the concepts, because advanced level certifications are not content driven, right? You don't have to read the thorough syllabus or listen to my tutorial. You have to be a part of that organization where you understand that being a test analyst, what will be my role? What will be my contribution? So it's not a content driven certification, it's more of role driven certification. Similarly, for the test manager, to call yourself as a manager, do you really know how to manage the testing process, right? So it's not going to be content driven. It's more of like, do you have you really worked in an organization where you know what to do if things go wrong, how to manage a team, how to decide that what to do in certain situations, how to handle a particular typical deviation in a test process, right? So this is where you need the experience. Again, you have your own capabilities. You can always give it a try, but I don't want you to fail and get demoralized. So my recommendations will be always professional. But again, there are few people, including me, who have made it much earlier with the experience, subjected they had the knowledge of it. Like, for example, if you ask me, I did my test manager when I was just 5 years in my experience. But again, I'm not telling you to beat me, I'm not telling you to compete with me, because I must give a very generalized instruction and recommendation when you ask me something here. All right. So I'm not trying to be like me. Be you. Take your time. When you think you are able to achieve the understanding of these syllabus, take your time. But a generic timeline where we have seen best results for test analyst, you can say 4 to 5 years, and for test manager, 7 to 8 years. That should be the minimum experience required to hit such certifications. But as per the board, there are no specific criteria. Okay, anybody can take right after the foundation. Okay, Monique says, can I take the advantage of this membership in my interviews? In my interviews or for my interviews? Monique, when you say for my interviews, yes, you can certainly take the advantage. You can connect with me, talk about your understanding, or you can ask your personalized questions with me. And this like that live session, which we will be conducting only for members, will be exclusively only for members. So you will have the freedom of taking all the time and utilizing for your discussion, and there are no limits. I won't tell you that you can ask me only 5 questions or something. Just it all depends on the time, right? So any member is free to contribute and ask anything, whatever they want. Even you can ask me to elaborate certain topics. So a lot of people in past have utilized this to do their sessions, in fact. So they took like 3 weeks or 4 weeks of time, and every Friday they connected and they utilized that time for discussing a lot of topics and got the clarity of it. So it's up to you what you want to utilize this time for. Thank you for being a member again. Harika says, thank you, so you're welcome, Harika. AVR is also one of our members. Thank you, AVR, for being a member of our channel. Do you have any visibility to videos on other certification like PSEP or etc. in general? No, not right now. I'm only doing the videos on ISTQB certifications, because that's something which is really people were in demand of, and not pretty much good content was available on internet. So I picked it up. In fact, if you can tell me more about these certifications, I may look forward to it, but I'm not pretty much, if you ask me right now, I don't know what does PCEP stand for, right? So I may not be able to certainly do that because I just don't read the content, right? I must be certified myself to share my experience with you, guide you well to get certified. So that's something which is not in my list right now. But you never know in down the line future, if I think something interesting, I can start including them in my channel. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up, team. This video should reach as many number of people as possible who want to get their doubts clarified and get help from this particular channel. Okay, we don't see a lot of crowd coming in today as this is a festival season in India and this is a long weekend, in fact, so a lot of people are traveling and visiting their relations. So anyways, I just wanted to make a comeback. So I thought of starting with a live session today. But yes, no matter, this session does not stand on the criteria of number of people joining in. We just join in and say that if anyone has any questions, they can always ask their questions and we will be done for the day. Yes, team, if you got a question, do not hesitate. Just keep climbing and let me know whatever your questions are, whatever your concerns are. I should be more than happy responding to your queries, helping you understand the concepts, and give you whatever you want. Okay, we got the next one. Revant. Revant says, how many attempts, sir? There are no limit on the attempts, Revant. You can take any number of attempts to pass this examination. Okay, there are no limits on the attempts. Sharath Anand says, hi, sir. Hello. For Agile Tester exam, is there any site where I can take the mock test from? No, I don't think there are any other sites. Actually, there are sites, but they are not reliable. They have the wrong questions, which is out of syllabus. So I don't recommend any website other than official website. ISTQB.org has one official sample paper, and to be frank, you don't need anything beyond that. If you are able to tackle those questions, you are ready for the exam. And no other website offers you any sort of other sample questions which are actually correct. So no other option. All right, all the very best, Sharath. Yes, team, got any more questions? Just feel free, drop that. Let it be anything. It could be related to testing, could be related to certifications, could be about your career path as a QA. You can just talk about that, and I'll be here to respond to them. Akalman, okay, Akalman, or however you pronounce it. I see there are many videos about ISTQB Foundation on this channel, but they only cover first two chapters. Are the only ones coming, or is there a reason why they are not? I think, Akalman, I think you are not properly viewing it. We have 13,000 subscribers, and you are the first one to tell me that you only saw two chapters on my playlist. I think you got the answer. You can just revisit that. All my tutorials are well defined in a playlist. If you are watching a playlist, then you should find all the chapters end to end with a closing note at the end also. It should not be like first two chapters. This is not Udemy. This is YouTube. And my playlist contains 42, 40, 30, such number of tutorials. So it covers all the syllabus, entire syllabus. Just please look into that once again. You will find all this content. And currently we are not doing any playlists. Every playlist is complete and has all the chapters, all the tutorials well defined there. Okay, so yeah, if you have more questions, please let me know. Okay, Aguma says, yeah, I'm new here, first time on the channel. It was just YouTube tripping. It showed only first two chapters, but found all of them after opening it like full view. Good, nice, and welcome to the channel. At least you got to see a lot of things there. And that's what, we don't do a promo kind of thing here on our channel, especially. We give everything in detail. So you would find a lot of channel doing only limited content and no proper playlist or something. So I just accumulated all that drawbacks of different channels and thought of doing it in a very detailed way that you don't need a paid course or something to learn these concepts. And I think a lot of people have even come back to me sharing this feedback that when you have this, you don't really need any other paid portals to prepare for your certification. So all the very best, go through that. Yassine, looking forward to more. Just let me know if you got a question. It's just this platform where you can get your answer because nobody else does it. There are so many channels on YouTube, which talks about certifications or testing, but nobody comes live to answer your questions. I can bet you. So utilize this moment when I'm live here with you, responding to your queries. Manip also says, does the ISTQB website show the certified foundation list, or it is their website that shows the list? No, it's always a part of your country-specific board which you take the examination from. Not the ISTQB.org will show you the list of certified testers. It will only show you the count of certified testers, but your name will appear when you take it from the country board, whichever country board. You have to go to that website only to see this. For example, in India, if you're taking the certification, then ISTQB.in will be the Indian Testing Board website, and that will show your name once you're certified. So ISTQB.org is the official website of ISTQB. They do not list the name because they have to list all the names from worldwide. So you only see your name in the country-specific board website. Yasim, go ahead. You've got a question? Just drop it on the chat. Looking forward to respond to them, help you understand the concepts, and learn more and more every time you ask a question. And again, this live session is for everyone. If you're not even asking the question, you can stay tuned and listen to others' question. You get to know a lot of things because we certainly discuss a lot of topic here. When people come back and say, what is this? What is that? What's the difference between these two? We certainly talk about them. So feel free and stay back here. You can listen to the conversation and get to know a lot of things. In fact, a lot of people join in only for listening the conversation rather than asking a question. So it's up to you. It's complete freedom. And in fact, we don't have a criteria. You don't have to be even a subscriber to ask me a question. Anybody can hop in and ask their questions and go here. So we have never kept any such criteria for anyone on this channel especially. So Revan says, how many times are we eligible to take test upon first time payment? Okay, one time payment is only for one attempt. Right from the second attempt, you have to make the payment once again. But yeah, there will be a discount for the reattempt candidates by the board. So you will be paying probably like around 50% of the first attempt cost for all your reattempts. But again, each attempt will cost you. Okay, each attempt will cost you. There is no board, no country specific board which says you that, if you pay me blah, 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 I'll give you 20 attempts or 10 attempts or something. There are some institutions which say that, we'll give you 2 attempts because they already charge you for 2 attempts. So sometimes people don't understand this. A lot of people come back to me and say that, some of the institutions are telling me that I'll give you 2 attempts in this cost. The reason is they've already charged you for 2 attempts. And if you pass in first attempt, that's their benefit. So the only who fails, they have to pay for it. But those who passed in their first attempt, they don't pay. I think that's a nice business. Even I can start with it. Yes, Steve, go ahead. We are half the way with our live session. We have 30 more minutes to go from our live session. If you are having a question, do not hesitate. Just drop it on the chat box, and I will be here talking about your query, giving you the resolution, making you understand the concepts, and assist you as much as possible to get that required understanding. Right, we got the next one from Dinesh. What is the time duration in we have to give the exam once we get registered? See, generally there are 2 options right now. One is the proctor-based examination, which is online, and second is offline. So offlines are basically public examinations, which are not being conducted right now due to the pandemic, and they don't want a crowd there. If you are going for on your individual registrations, you may have to visit certain centers like Pearson VUE and appear for the examination. Generally, for both the cases, you will have a duration of 3 to 4 days once the payment is done. Okay, so once you make the payment, once you do the registration, they will give you a date of like maybe 3 to 4 days or maximum a week to appear for the examination. But as they give you that date, you have all the freedom to choose another alternative date when you are available. So you can do that. But you should not be taking this as a response to register the exam and then start preparing. No, you should first prepare for the exam and then register for the exam. Okay, because generally they give you 3 to 4 days of time to write your examination, and that cannot be extended beyond 30 days of it, because generally for 15 days they consider it as no show. That means in 15 days you did not take the examination, so you can book an examination at least 15 days in advance. So you can always reschedule your exam, but there might be a fees involved. So please first prepare for your exam and then book for your examination. That says, sir, after getting failed in exams, then the cost will be 50% off for second attempt? Yes. That's exclusively for ITB, Indian Testing Board, not for all other countries. All other countries, they charge you 70% or something. So that only happens in India. Zahid says, sir, but in COVID, I gave my exam offline. They said there is no online option. Depends, again, which zone you are in. So again, see center by center, right? Because countries and cities are distributed depending on the situation of the pandemic. They would say that again, availability, like proctor must be available, and if the proctor is not available, they'll ask you to do offline examination. So however, so it's up to you. Offline, I think people are much happier because they get the comfort of writing it the way they want. Online, somebody will be supervising you one-to-one basis on a camera mode, internet connectivity, everything from your personal constraints comes into picture. So I personally feel that offline is more convenient for anyone to take the exam and pass it compared to online. But again, it's again individual's choice, right? Some people feel happy about online examination. Some people feel happy about offline. So yeah, both the ways were there, and it was different for different cities, different bodies, depending on the situation. Yasim, go ahead. More questions coming up next. Feel free to let me know whatever you have in your mind. I'm here talking about your queries, responding to you. Just don't forget to drop a thumbs up before you leave for the day. And that's also I'm asking because I want this video to reach you to any number of people who can come and ask their questions here. I don't ask you to like my videos on a regular video, and I never ask you to subscribe my channel. That's all your love which you are extending by being a part of this channel. That says, sir, how our ISTQ exams are being checked by whom and where? I heard it's checked in UK. No, it's all online, right? Though exams are also, conducted by country boards, and that's the reason they have organized the country boards, right? So India, all the papers will be checked within India, and similarly, all country-specific peoples will be there, will be checking. It's just that if you don't have a staff available who will be able to check it, will only go to a different country, right? So it's just that country-specific board takes the entire responsibility of doing it. Dinesh says, sir, there are many books regarding ISTQB. Your opinion, can you suggest some of good value? Okay, there are many books, of course, to be frank. Even one belongs to me. I'm also have an author for ISTQB Foundation. So if you're looking for ISTQB Foundation, you can opt in for one which is written by Dorothy Graham. I repeat, Dorothy Graham. And that's a quite popular book, but it has a lot of detailed content. This is where I wrote another book which was more of crisp thing and will certainly be to the point rather than having unwanted information, which certainly people may not require only for certification. But if you are kind of your newcomer to testing and you want to get in depth, like beyond the syllabus, you want to get deeper dive of everything what you are learning, then Dorothy Graham is the best book which you can look forward to. Okay, it's written by three people. I think Eric and Dorothy Graham and one more. I don't remember. So that's a very good book, to be frank. I personally recommend it. If in case you're looking only for the certification, then you can even go for my book, which is written as titled as what's the title of it? Yeah, a guide to ISTQB Foundation certification. I can just mention it on the chat rather, which will be easy for you to refer. A guide to ISTQB Foundation certification. This is available on Flipkart and Amazon both in any country, no matter which country you are in, you'll find this book there. The book is also available in ebook, so you don't really have to avail a physical book or something. You can even get an ebook or Kindle version of it. So I have just opted for all the options and worldwide, right from US to Japan, you can buy it anywhere. All the Amazon stores has it. In India, it is also available in Flipkart. Yasim, got more questions? Just feel free to drop them. We are hardly 25 minutes away from our live session to be closed. If you got a question, I'm more than happy to respond to you. Feel free, let me know your concerns, and we'll be talking about it. Just for your kind information, if you are new to this channel, I also have another channel which is called as Testing in Nutshell. And if you need beyond certifications, I do a lot of software related tutorials like testing tools, concepts, and all as a part of this channel. So if you are looking beyond certifications, don't forget, I do have my other channel, which is called as Testing in Nutshell. And we do a lot of concept-based sessions there, including the softwares like testing tools. Manib also says the first question in my foundation level exam was, what's the difference between verification and validation? And all the answers appear to be correct. I closed my eyes and chose an answer. Okay, I would ask you rather, why would you do that? Because if you're sure about verification and validation, it's more of like static and dynamic, right? That's the difference between static and dynamic. Static, you just review, verify things, whatever is written is correct or not. Validation is more about what is, whether it is working as per the requirement or not, correct? So you may create a program which gives the right output, but that may not be as per the requirement. So verifying something is verification. Validating as per the requirement is validation, which is in turn your static and dynamic. Both the same are same. So I hope you probably had a different understanding. This is where you see all the options looks correct, right? But most of the time it is not. So having a detailed understanding, having a clear understanding would certainly give you a better confidence to pick the right answer. But anyways, if you did that, that should be okay, but not accurate. So not sure whether you got that right or not. Rishikesh says, sir, book showing currently not available on Flipkart. Okay, Rishikesh, can you also try it on Amazon? Meanwhile, I'll try checking with my seller that if they are really having the book available or not, because sometimes it's all about printing and all. So it might be running out of stock. So it might be available very soon. You can meanwhile try on the Amazon. Let me also right here in parallel. If I got here, I think, not sure if you are putting your pin code or not. It might be dependent on your pin code because for me it is visible. I can see the book available on Flipkart. No, I'm just checked Rishikesh. It shows me the book is available for my pin code. Can you check entering your pin code or something? Maybe a different pin code because maybe for your pin code it would be saying currently unavailable. Just try with the Amazon also. Federico. Hey Federico, how are you? Yeah, long time no see. Same here. Kind of like busy with some of the work and could not make it up to last 2 weeks. Finally back again with all the work sorted. Federico says, have you ever heard of Test Pro? I'm looking forward to do their QA manual test engineer course and the QA automation engineer with Java and Selenium. What are your thoughts on that? I would strongly recommend you such courses because you need a lot of foundation learning, Federico. And pretty much, I would first recommend you because I've not heard of something called as Test Pro. Uh, you may have to look forward to their reviews, kind of their existing users, and talk to them because they generally put their existing students to such candidates who want to talk about it, right? Or who will be the new admissions or something. So you can always talk to their existing students and know about the quality of service they are providing, how much deeper they are actually diving into the context. So that would be the best thing which you can get the review from. And check some reviews online also, because those who cannot talk to you certainly can drop their reviews online. So look into that and then go ahead and look into their courses, right? But the title, what you have mentioned, is strongly a good thing, which you can always opt for. Okay, you have to go into a deeper dive of manual testing concepts and certainly learn automation testing, which would be a great boost to your profile and will help you sooner to get into Canada. Yeah, yes, there are a lot of reviews on their service, but I could not find them on LinkedIn. It's a little bit strange. Kind of. See, generally, it's not that everyone really want to be a part of LinkedIn. They might have a different portal which they will be using their course for or their page on. So not everyone can be actually seen on the LinkedIn. But yes, 90% of them who are trending in the market today, they have a LinkedIn page for sure. But that cannot be a kind of criteria to judge that they are not good or they are not existing or they may not have a good service. It's just that they don't prefer, or maybe they are not still there that they can have a page on LinkedIn. So I would rather say that it's not a criteria to judge, but yes, 90% courses, 90% institutions are on LinkedIn for sure. So yeah, you can say that, but look forward to more detailed review, which will give you a better understanding of it. I know there are a lot of good teachers on this course. I do find the teachers on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's more than enough because you don't have to learn by the institution. You have to learn from the teachers. And if you're able to connect with the teachers, that's more important for any individual. So talk to them. And if they are not just trying to be kind of business oriented, always talking about, yes, 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 it is amazing, it is nice and all. Yeah, that sometimes sounds a little fishy to me because obviously the teachers will say that it's amazing, it's amazing. But for me, more is like talk to my students. Because if I say I'm always promoting my work, but if you talk to my students and if they say, no, this is amazing, this is best, then that's very transparent. So that's why I went for YouTube because YouTube does not allow me to restrict anything. Public says about the content. I don't have to talk about my conduct at all. The people will talk about it, how it is, whether it is good, whether it is not, how exactly it is meeting your expectations. So the participants are the best resource for getting the right review and exactly what they are getting delivered with, right? Yes, team, just a quick reminder, we are another 15 minutes away from our live session. So do not hesitate. If you got a question, make most out of this opportunity. Go ahead, drop me your connect, question, comment, and I'll be talking about it. Yeah. Federico says, yes, you're right. What I like of the organization is that in order to complete their course, you have to go through real world projects. Exactly. That's something important for anyone. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up, team, if you're here and you're happy with the service. I would be really more than happy if I see a like there, because I want this video to reach any number of people who can come and ask their questions here. That's really good to see, Federico. If they provide internship with the real-time project work, that would be really great. You'll get to learn a lot. You'll get to learn seriously a lot. Thank you so much for saying that, because I just wanted, because I had some commitments which I had to fulfill and did not have enough time to, take care of everything at the same time. So I had some projects, I have some work at home, so a lot of things. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, I'm back now. We'll be live here every weekend, and also getting started with the tutorials, which was on hold for some time. Got 14 minutes more from this session, team. If you've got a question, just drop it on the chat box. I will be more than happy to talk about it, respond to your queries, help you understand the concepts, and moreover, happy with your satisfaction. Federico says, I missed you so much. I wait for you every Saturday. Don't worry. Thank you so much for this, Federico. But yes, now you will not miss me a lot, because every Saturday I'll be back again and I'll be answering your questions. So I'll be there with you, by your side, helping you out in any situation. Don't worry. It's just that sometimes, people like me who have to take a break because you got a lot to do. Again, it's the commitment. It was not for relaxation or for a vacation or something. It was more of like the double the work. So I didn't have enough time to be a part of this. But yes, I do understand there are 30,000 people who are waiting for me to do something new, right? When you become a subscriber to this channel, but believe me or not, there are 70,000 people who have not subscribed to this channel, but they watch my videos, right? So we are happy. I would say rather kind of 500,000 people who are waiting for me to do something new. I would be certainly back for them. It's just that sometimes you have different priorities and you have to fulfill that. All right, Dinesh says, sir, I'd heard about cost for testing foundation level. Is there any difference in the cost and ISTQB, or both are same? If they are different, then who should go for cost? Both are same kind of thing, but of course the bodies are different, right? You do buy a product which is built by 10 different companies, but you have a choice which one you want to go for. Currently, ISTQB holds a better recognition in the global market. Nobody will ask you for a CAST certification. I'm not sure if there are any job openings which says that we are specifically looking for CAST certification, right? But you will find, I can show you hundreds of openings which says I want ISTQB certified individuals. So that proves which one you should go for. It's just that caste, I don't want to make a statement, though I'm not a celebrity, but yeah, a lot of people said that caste can be, done without even appearing for the exam. So because of that, probably they lost a little bit of their name and fame. So ISTQB, that does not happen. Okay, very strict, very transparent, and very, very, very professional. So people don't opt for caste. You may not find people who say that, caste is something really good beyond ISTQB. Not even one person you'll find to say that. So caste is another body which is conducting the examination for software testers, but ISTQB is far, far better than that and valued in the market. So generally people don't go for caste. Frederick also says, yes, I know you're really busy. I hope everything it's okay in your life, and that's right. You needed a break. You did an outstanding job. Thank you so much, Federico. But yeah, everything is fine. It's just that some priorities I told you, right? So some other work which was on critical situations, and I had to get this done. This was my other project work, and some of the interior work which wanted to get it done in my place. So I had to be available for them and do it well within the time given so that I can finish it quick and get back to my work. So a lot of things came at the same time. So just could not keep a track of everything. So thought of prioritizing things and doing it then and then come back to this. So yeah. You've seen 10 more minutes to go from here. If you are here and you have a question in your mind, and no matter if the question is silly, it's a question for me, right? So I don't really care if it is a simple question or it's a difficult question. It's just a question to you, and I should be answering that. So feel free and drop your question on the chat box. You are nowhere visible to anyone, so you don't have to be hesitant at all. You just have to ask your questions, get the answer for it. And I'm really happy to answer, even if you ask me what is ISTQB, right? Because for anyone, it can be something new which they are looking at, right? Or sometimes, in past it has happened. Many people come here and ask me that, what's happening here? What is this all about? And I answer to them saying that, okay, this is a testing related channel and we talk about testing professional certifications. So if you want to be a part of testing or you want to become a QA tester, you want to get certified, this is the channel where we help you to understand those concepts. So a lot of people even come here and ask me such questions. So no matter how silly your question is a question. And I must be answering that when I'm here with you. So just feel free, no hesitation. Don't worry about others, what they may think about you. Here, people are just like me. They always try to help each other rather than, creating an image that, oh, this person did not know that or something. No, not at all. This platform is equal to everyone. No matter you are a beginner, no matter you're an expert, you can always join in and talk about it. And I'll be more than happy to respond to each one of them. Okay, I don't see any more questions. We got 7 more minutes to go from this session. There comes a question. Yagnesh. Hi, sir. I didn't clear my exam in first try. Now for second time preparing. Any tips? That's really sad to see that you could not make it in your first attempt. But yes, as you are very moralized, very motivated, I would recommend you look into those areas which you could not answer it. Certainly, you would have got a scorecard which says that which chapters you could not answer the questions. Concentrate more on those chapters because the other chapters which you got it right, you are already correct at that. You are confident with it. The only failure, the reason of the failure is which parts you could not be confident at. So now you have an X-ray of your examination with you, which will tell you that which area needs better attention. So go through those in detail, not just the high level understanding, deeper dive. Try to understand what exactly made you not to understand the question, what made you confused there that you could not pick the right answer, and a lot of things, right? So do a deeper dive into those areas which you could not succeed in and try to understand the concepts in a much better way. And that would certainly help you to get this certification done. And no problem. Do not even think that you are doing a second attempt, right? You should be worried more about that. What is that which could not be handled by you? And you need just a better detailed understanding of it. And again, there are people who take 2 attempts to pass this examination, and there's no harm in that. It's just that content is a generic content, and your organization may be slightly different in that. and certainly conflicts happen. So you may have to align yourself towards the syllabus to get certified. Okay, so do this, and that should be enough to get the certification done. All the very best, and next time we should hear a good news. Federico says, I spoke with a lady a month ago who worked as an automation engineer in US, and she told me that the average salary is 150K. What would you think about that? The average salary is 150K? I will just tell you one thing. I'm coming with you. Yeah, but she didn't go to the college. She did some courses on Edureka. That seems a little bit unusual to me. I don't really know. That means something. She must be hiding. She cannot say that 150K is kind of an average salary. No, there are a lot of people who work below that, and if she didn't go to a graduation, she cannot make up to that for sure. Okay, and I hope you're telling me this as a annual income or monthly income, right? Because if this is monthly, that's tremendously long. Annual income, yes, it can be, but again, she has to be a graduate for that. Edureka courses cannot help you. That's completely a different story. And so the Test Pro course I mentioned before isn't a course, it's a boot camp. That seems more reliable to me. What would you think about that? Yes, a boot camp is more recommended because they cover everything in and out about being a professional, right? They just don't talk about testing concepts. They tell you more from the designing, from the development, from the DevOps, a lot of different things. So boot camp will drive you through everything to become a professional, and that gets beyond the courses which you take up. Okay, so that a lot of things. Yeah, you already have a lot of things here. Coming in from Yagnesha as well. That's a high level salary, not average. Exactly, 150K, right? In dollars is a lot of money. A lot of money, not an average salary. Still, no matter it is annual. Okay, Dinesh, can you share a bit of preparation strategy for a working person who is new in testing? For a working person who is new in testing, I want you to go through the tutorials one after the other. Like you pick up certain set of tutorials, try to explore about it. Okay, if you're new to testing, just don't rely on the tutorials because tutorials will give you a glimpse of it. It'll give you the understanding what you really need to have. But being new to testing needs a better understanding. So understanding is not equal to better understanding because these tutorials are pretty helpful for the people who are somewhere related to testing or have been in the industry. But proving myself wrong, there are a lot of graduates who have taken these tutorials and passed in their first attempt. You can find the comments on my channel. They are graduates or in graduation and they have taken these tutorials, only the tutorials, and they have passed this examination. So one thing which you understand from this statement is that it's not difficult to understand, even if you are a newcomer to testing. Second, just for the better foundation of your building career in testing, I would rather say look into a deeper dive. Try to explore about it. Try to understand different aspects of it, which will give you a clear understanding of what exactly happens when I talk about static testing. What exactly it is mean when I say test monitoring or when I talk about test control. How exactly a test control is done? Who is responsible for it? When does it happen? Can it happen at any point of time or something? So explore it. That is the best strategy which you can apply to understand any concept. And I specifically recommend this to anyone who comes newly into the domain of testing. Okay, so all the very best. If you have anything else, feel free to let me know. Federico says, I think she mentioned that 150K for a year is an average salary for a test manager, but not for automation engineer. Sorry, yeah, that's correct. If you're talking about a manager, then of course it can be, because manager is more of a higher position, kind of including me. And automation engineer certainly cannot have an average salary of 150K. Okay, so no problem. If you agree to that, that should be fine. And Yeah, test managers can have an average salary of that. And because managers comes on the premium layer of any company. And test manager is just not an ordinary manager. He or she is basically playing a role of managing the entire test organization of a company, right? So they are considered for a lot of discussions, test planning, test strategy, and a lot of things. So yes, 150K could be something annual available for test manager as an average salary for sure. That's because that's a premium layer of position. Anyways, by then we hit the clock. So we completed an hour of our live session today. And I would like to thank each and every individual for being a part of our live session. Thank you so much for joining in, team, and being a part of this. It's really, really, great for me to be back and help you once again. And we'll be again consistent from here on for at least a long time because I don't have any planned holidays in between. So you will be a part of this and free to ask all your questions whenever you have one. So every Saturday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we connect live here for 1 hour to answer your questions, listen to your queries, and respond to them. So feel free to be a part of it. And this session cannot be successful without your presence. So thank you so much for every individual to join in here and asking your questions. Thanks for being a part of it. And I would love to see you once again every weekend being a part of this. So that's all from this particular live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to connect below and let me know when you have a question. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for being a part of this live session, team, and happy learning. Take care, stay safe. See you next Saturday. Bye bye.